Have you ever felt a little nervous behind the wheel lately? Maybe you've noticed that driving at night isn't as easy as it used to be, or perhaps you've started to wonder if you're still as sharp on the road as you once were. If so, you're not alone. Many of us over 70 start to feel this way, and it's completely normal. But here's the good news. Driving after 70 doesn't have to be scary. In fact, with a few simple adjustments and a bit of confidence building, you can continue to enjoy the freedom and independence that comes with driving for years to come. That's why today, we're talking about why driving after 70 doesn't have to be scary. 5 tips to stay confident on the road. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Is it really possible to feel confident driving at this age? Absolutely. The key is to be proactive about maintaining your skills, understanding your limits, and making small changes that can make a big difference. In this video, we'll cover 5 practical tips to help you stay safe, confident, and in control behind the wheel. Whether you're driving to the grocery store, visiting family, or just enjoying a scenic drive, these tips will help you feel more at ease on the road. Let's start with the first tip. Stay updated on your vision and hearing. As we age, our vision and hearing can change, and these changes can affect our driving. For example, you might find it harder to see clearly at night, or you might not hear sirens or horns as quickly as you used to. That's why it's so important to have regular checkups with your eye doctor and audiologist. If you need glasses or hearing aids, make sure you're using them every time you drive. And if you're struggling with night vision, consider limiting your driving to daylight hours or well-lit areas. Remember, it's not about giving up driving. It's about making adjustments that keep you safe and confident. Next, let's talk about the second tip. Keep your reflexes sharp. Reflexes are a big part of driving, and while they might slow down a bit as we age, there are ways to keep them in good shape. One of the best ways to do this is by staying physically active. Activities like walking, swimming, or even light stretching can help improve your coordination and reaction time. Another great way to keep your reflexes sharp is by practicing defensive driving techniques. This means staying alert, keeping a safe distance from other cars, and always being prepared for the unexpected. You might even consider taking a refresher driving course designed for seniors. These courses can help you brush up on your skills and learn new strategies for staying safe on the road. Now, let's move on to the third tip. Know your medications. Many of us take medications as we get older, and while they're important for our health, some can affect our ability to drive safely. For example, certain medications can cause drowsiness, dizziness, or blurred vision, all of which can make driving more challenging. That's why it's so important to talk to your doctor or pharmacist about how your medications might affect your driving. If you're taking something that could impact your alertness, consider adjusting the timing of your dose or finding an alternative. And if you're ever unsure, it's always better to err on the side of caution and avoid driving until you feel completely alert and focused. Now that we've covered staying updated on your vision and hearing, keeping your reflexes sharp, and knowing your medications, let's take a moment to reflect. These tips are all about being proactive and making small changes that can have a big impact on your driving confidence. And the beauty of it is that you don't have to do everything all at once. Start with one tip, master it, and then move on to the next. Before you know it, you'll be feeling more confident and in control behind the wheel. In the next part, we'll dive into more tips to help you stay safe and confident on the road. We'll talk about how to adjust your driving habits, the importance of regular vehicle maintenance, and how to recognize when it might be time to make some changes to your driving routine. So, stay tuned and remember, driving after 70 doesn't have to be scary. With the right mindset and a few simple adjustments, you can continue to enjoy the freedom of the open road. You've got this. Now that we've covered the importance of staying updated on your vision and hearing, keeping your reflexes sharp, and knowing how your medications might affect your driving, let's dive into the next set of tips to help you stay confident and safe on the road. These tips are all about making small adjustments to your driving habits and ensuring your vehicle is in top shape. So, let's get started. The fourth tip is one that might seem obvious, but it's so important that it's worth emphasizing. Adjust your driving habits. As we age, it's natural for our driving habits to evolve. Maybe you've already started avoiding busy highways or driving during rush hour. That's a great start. But there are other adjustments you can make to feel more comfortable behind the wheel. For example, try to plan your routes in advance. Stick to roads you know well, and avoid areas with heavy traffic or complex intersections. If you're driving to a new place, use a GPS or map app to familiarize yourself with the route before you start. Another helpful adjustment is to give yourself extra time to reach your destination. Rushing can lead to stress and mistakes, so take it slow and enjoy the journey. And if you're ever feeling unsure about a particular driving situation, don't hesitate to pull over and take a moment to regroup. Remember, it's not about how fast you get there, it's about getting there safely. Next, let's talk about the fifth tip. Keep your vehicle in good condition. Your car is your partner on the road, and keeping it in good shape is essential for safe driving. Regular maintenance can prevent breakdowns and ensure your vehicle is running smoothly. Start with the basics. Check your tire pressure regularly and make sure your tires have enough tread. Worn-out tires can reduce your traction, especially in wet or icy conditions. Next, keep an eye on your brakes. If you notice any squeaking, grinding, or a longer stopping distance, it's time to have them checked. And don't forget about your lights. Make sure your headlights, tail lights, and turn signals are all working properly. If you're not comfortable doing these checks yourself, take your car to a trusted mechanic for regular inspections. A well-maintained vehicle not only keeps you safe, but also gives you peace of mind every time you hit the road. Now, let's move on to the sixth tip. Recognize when it's time to make changes. This one can be a little tough to talk about, but it's so important. As much as we want to hold on to our independence, there may come a time when it's necessary to make some changes to our driving routine. Maybe you've noticed that you're feeling more anxious behind the wheel, or perhaps your family has expressed concerns about your driving. If that's the case, it's okay to take a step back and reassess. Start by having an honest conversation with yourself. Are there certain driving situations that feel overwhelming? Are you avoiding driving altogether because it's become too stressful? If so, it might be time to consider alternatives. This doesn't mean giving up your independence, it just means finding new ways to stay mobile. For example, you could carpool with friends or family, use public transportation, or take advantage of ride-sharing services. The goal is to stay safe while still enjoying the activities you love. Now, before we move on to the final tip, let's take a moment to reflect on what we've covered so far. Adjusting your driving habits, keeping your vehicle in good condition, and recognizing when it's time to make changes are all powerful ways to stay confident and safe on the road. And just like the tips we discussed earlier, they don't require a complete overhaul of your life. Start small, be consistent, and celebrate your progress along the way. Remember, it's not about perfection. It's about making choices that support your safety and well-being. We've covered a lot of ground so far, staying updated on your vision and hearing, keeping your reflexes sharp, knowing your medications, adjusting your driving habits, maintaining your vehicle, and recognizing when it's time to make changes. These are all incredible tips to help you stay confident and safe on the road after 70. But there's one more tip we need to talk about, and it's just as important as the others. In fact, it's the tip that ties everything together. Stay mentally sharp and build your confidence. Driving isn't just a physical activity, it's a mental one too. Staying focused, making quick decisions, and staying calm under pressure all require a sharp mind. That's why it's so important to keep your brain active and engaged. One of the best ways to do this is by challenging yourself with new activities. Try learning a new skill, solving puzzles, or even playing memory games. These activities can help improve your cognitive function and keep your mind sharp. Another great way to stay mentally sharp is by staying socially connected. Engaging in conversations, joining clubs, or volunteering can all help keep your brain active and alert. And don't forget about the power of positive thinking. Building your confidence behind the wheel starts with believing in yourself. Remind yourself of all the years of experience you have as a driver. You've navigated countless roads and situations. You've got this. Now, let's take a moment to recap everything we've covered in this video. We started with the importance of staying updated on your vision and hearing and keeping your reflexes sharp. Then, we talked about knowing your medications and adjusting your driving habits to feel more comfortable on the road. We explored the importance of regular vehicle maintenance and recognizing when it's time to make changes to your driving routine. And finally, we discussed the importance of staying mentally sharp and building your confidence behind the wheel. These 7 tips might seem simple, but when you put them together, they create a powerful blueprint for staying safe, confident, and independent on the road. And the best part? You don't have to do everything all at once. Start with one tip, master it, and then move on to the next. Over time, these small changes will add up to big results. Remember, it's never too late to take control of your driving and make choices that support your safety and well-being. Before we wrap up, I want to leave you with one final thought. Driving after 70 doesn't have to be scary. With the right mindset, a few simple adjustments, and a commitment to staying proactive about your health and safety, you can continue to enjoy the freedom and independence that comes with driving for years to come. So, here's to staying safe, confident, and in control behind the wheel. You've got this. If you found this video helpful, I'd love to hear from you in the comments. What tips are you excited to try? Or maybe you've already started incorporating some of these into your driving routine. Let me know how it's going. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more tips on senior health, wellness, and lifestyle. Thanks for watching, and remember, small changes can make a big difference. Here's to your safety and independence on the road.